Kadosh, Erev Tov, Masechet Taanit. The Kinyan Masechta, Masechet Taanit, Daf Yod Amod Aleph. We were talking about, we were going to do the last little chazara, the last little piece. So we basically said, Keman Azla Hadetanya. Everybody has it? Keman Azla Hadetanya. We are in the middle where it says, Keman Azla Hadetanya. Keman Azla, to be around here. Keman Azla. Right after the Shlatmayim, right here. Keman Azla. Keman Azla Hadetanya. Right? So who does it go like this, which we learned in a Braita? The Braita says, the upper waters are in a ma'amar, which means that they are controlled by a ma'amar of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Remember, Asara ma'amarot nivra olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with 10 utterances. Ki hu amar vayehi. He says and he does. It's not just, right, saying and not doing. His saying is a doing. The second he says something, Gamarnu, sof pasuk. There's nothing more to talk about. Okay, that is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kucha brichu shinteh mitzuyan. Okay, so what happened? HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the waters, and he put them in like a type of a swimming pool, if you want to call it, on the upper waters, and they are held in the middle of the air, thin air. Okay, you want to call it gravity. I want to call it that it's in a pool that Hashem is supporting. He is supporting it with his words. Right? What are their fruits? Their fruits are megeshamim, are waters of rainwaters. Shneimar says in a pasuk, Mi peri ma'asecha tisba haaretz matzmi ahatzir. Yeah, what does that mean? Mi peri ma'asecha, the fruits of your actions, tisba haaretz. The land will be satiated. Okay, mitzuyan. So says the Gemara, who does this go like? If the rains is prima asecha, which means the rain is the fruits of your actions of the waters which are up above, so obviously who does it go like? Like Rabbi Yoshua, Keman. Rabbi Yoshua, obviously, Rabbi Yoshua says that the water comes from the upper waters. Doesn't come from the Meukianus, from the waters of the Atlantic Ocean or of anything else. So says the Gemara, and according to Rabbi Eliezer, that he says that it comes from the waters of the Okeanus. When it says prima asecha tisba haaretz, we're not talking about prima asecha every single time. In prima asecha, the rain is prima asecha. The rain is the fruits of your actions. When you created the world, you created rain. And when you created the rain is prima asecha. That's going to be tisba haaretz, but it's not every single time. Right? It's not that every single time that it's coming from the upper worlds. It's from the beginning of world kind. Mitzuyan. Amar Rabbi Yoshua B'Levi says, the entire world is drinking from the tamtzit, from the concentrated. And the Gan Eden, it's coming, the concentrated of what? Of Gan Eden. Right? Gan Eden ushoteh. Shneimar, that means it's drinking from the tamtzit of Gan Eden. Shneimar says in the pasuk, V'nahar yotzeh me'Eden, that a river came out of Eden, lashkot et Gan, and then it's separated into 4 different parts. So Tana, we learned, and this is a proof, mitamtzit bet kor shotet tirkav. When you have a tamtzit of a bet kor, right, you're going to give to drink a tirkav. Remember that a tirkav is shlosha kabim. And what we say is that when you're going to have, right, a tirkav, that is 1/60th of a bet kur. So therefore, if you're going to tell me now that the kav is 1/180th, so the tirkav, which is 3 kabim, is 1/60th of a kur. So therefore, the tamtzit of a bet kur is going to give to drink a tirkav. That's 1/60th. Make sense? Tanu Rabbanan, nu Gemara. The Gemara says, Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a Braita. Eretz Mitzrayim avia 400 parsa l-400 parsa. When we're talking about the length of the land of Egypt, it's 400 parsaot on 400 parsaot. Remember that 1 parsa, right, is 4 mil, which means that nowadays we're talking about between 3.7 and 4.6 kilometers, or between 2.3 and 2.9 miles.
What do you have a 400? What do you have a 400?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
800 by 800 Egypt?
No, it's 400 parsaot by 400 parsaot.
Yep.
If every single parsa is 2.3 to 2.9 miles, let's make it easy. Let's say it's 2.5. Yeah. So therefore, if you just said that it's 2.5 miles is one parsa times 400, so that's around 1,000 miles squared. Okay, 1,000 miles squared.
1,000 miles square.
So according to we just did the calculation, if 400 parsa is 1,000 square meters, by 1,000 square meters it becomes 1 million, correct? So as we already just mentioned now, it probably includes the ancient Egypt, which is basically all the other areas. Okay, now, right?
Square miles.
So now, how much? What?
386,900 square miles.
That's what Nat just said. That's Egypt. That's Egypt of today. Egypt of today.
Okay.
But however, though, ancient Egypt, which included Lebanon,
bigger at that time was
right?
bigger because
Israel,
Cyprus,
Sudan, Israel, all those. So then it would be everything. Now that is going to be 1/60th of Kush, 1/60th of. So thank you very much to our doctor and to our doctor, right? Nat. Yeah, Nat. Yeah, so you have the two different, right? The doctors, they both came and they said, so one more time, it says Egypt is 400 by 400 parsaot, which we just said was 1 million square miles, but it included ancient Egypt. That is going to be 1/60th of Kush. So Kush was a little bit further down, which was Sudan, but it actually included the entire sub-Saharan Africa, which means that Egypt on the top, right, was part of the entire, was 1/60th of the entire of Kush. The Kush ze echad mishishim ba'olam. So the African area of Kush, which is all that area, right, is 1/60th of the entire world. The Olam in the world is echad mishishim bagan, is 1/60th of Gan. And the Gan is 1/60th of Eden. But remember, it's Gan betoch Eden. It's the garden in Eden. So the Gan is 1/60th in Eden. And Eden is 1/60th of Gehinam. Nimtza kol ha'olam kulo. So it comes out the entire world is like a kisui kedera legehinam. It's like a, how do you call it? It's like a pot, right? It's like a mamash, a small. It's a cover of a pot to the actual gehinam. The entire world is nothing. It's a little tiny cover of the pot. You got a big pot, and you got the little cover. The entire world is like the cover to gehinam.
That's why I say you
right?
You put the kushim inside. That's why.
Yesh omrim, and some people say even better. Gehinam en la shiur. There's no shiur for gehinam.
There's no shiur.
Gehinam exactly. There's no boundaries. There's no boundaries. It just continues going. Yeah, en lahem shiur. Yeah. V'yesh omrim, and some people say Eden en la shiur. Eden does not have a shiur. So basically, the Maharsha wants to actually explain the two different, like the yesh omrims here. Right? What does that mean exactly? That, okay, there's the whole thing here. But okay, without going into the depths, right, of understanding. After the sixth time. Yeah? Fine. So, says now the Gemara, we're going to go to the Mishnah. Amar Rav Oshaya, says Rav Oshaya. My dichtiv, what does it mean in the Pasuk? When it says in the Pasuk, Shochant al maim rabim, rabat utzarot. What does that mean when you're talking about over here? That you're like dwelling in Maim Rabim, on a lot of water, multitudes of water, and you have got a lot of storage houses. Who is the one that caused Babylonia that all its storage houses are going to be filled with grain? I'm going to say because it's on top of so much water, which means that since it's basically all the waters go down to Bavel. Because remember, Bavel is what? Is a valley. Right? Bavel is the valley. So since it's a valley, so all the waters which are on the tops of the mountains and everything, they all come down to Babylonia. Right? So therefore, since it all comes down to Babylonia, that's why all it has so much of the water and so much of the, because everything just comes down to them. Right? So therefore, it's actually very, very good for it, for Bavel. So Amar Rav says, Atira Bavel de Chatzta Bela Mitra. Do you know that look how rich is Bavel, right? What? How rich is Bavel that they reap the tevuah even without rain. Why? Because since it's so low, they don't need rain. The rain automatically comes to them. They don't need rain. So Amar Abaye says Nikitinan. We have a Masoret Toveani, which is a place in of water and a very fertile land. Velo Yuvshani, and it's not a place of yovesh, of like dryness. So therefore, that's what it's saying over here. That's the way that she's explaining. The Bavel is a place of mamash. You touch the ground and it looks like it's always fertile. It looks like it just rained. Oh, wait, it didn't rain here the past. Doesn't matter. But it's automatic that it's ki'ilu, it just rained. Right? That's what we're saying.
Blessed land.
It's blessed. Okay.